for Instagram Live as well. So I'm just testing out the microphone, see if everything is good. All right. So we are going to be getting into quite some things tonight. Now, obviously, lately we've been having our sessions very late at night. All right. Give me a test on the audio. Actually, greetings, family, greetings. I want to welcome you back to the healing space once more again. This is your healing space. Now, actually, oh, interestingly enough, I'm now seeing the notification saying that we're live. I got the notification on my phone, so I'm guessing maybe you guys, if you had actually hit the notification bell, then probably you're getting the notification. Can you guys let me know? Let me know if you just got a notification when I just came live, if something notifies you. Greetings, greetings and wholeness, and welcome back into this space once more again. Happy to have you here. Greetings, Wagwan. I cannot wait to order your product soon. Definitely. It's very life changing, very powerful, very strong stuff though, I'm gonna be honest with you. It will be the strongest, most bitterest detox you've ever tasted, right? Can come off to be disgustingly bitter, but it is gonna get the job done. So I look forward to hearing of your experience and your review, you know? Okay, so I got a notification. Okay, good. Okay, perfect. So everybody's getting a notification. So guys, yes, again, if you happen to be coming here for the first time, just due to the level of shadow banning and suppression that I get because we're talking about health, which the systems of the matrix, they don't really like anybody sharing information on how to heal your body naturally. So because of that, we're highly suppressed and censored. So I'm going to ask that just for us to keep connected, that you go to my profile page and hit the notification bell so that whenever I post, you get notified. And to also join the Discord, which is our personal health community, which is very resourceful, and we can be there for each other without going through this um, whole suppression thing on social media. Anyway, I just hope that everything have been wholesome, balanced, and very expansive with you. This is your healing space, a space that we've ultimately cultivated for each other to demystify the illusion of health and to support each other as we go through this human existence of a lifetime. Thank you for being here. If you happen to be coming across this video, it by no means is it a coincidence. The universe just has this interesting way of aligning people who are moving in the same direction that you need to go. Okay? And I think in the Christian terms, they'll say like, oh, Christ or God work in mysterious ways. And literally, this is just how mysterious it works. You happen to be at this particular time to be tapping into this video is not just a random video in the algorithm. Okay, energies are actually aligning you here with the vibration and the frequency that we're on to somewhat nudging you to like wake up or change your lifestyle for the better and start to truly live in alignment with your higher self and your true purpose. So welcome again, and I look forward to keep building and growing with you. All right, we're gonna be getting into quite some things tonight. I went shopping, and as per usual, I always like to come into this space and show you what I got, show you what I bought, what are we gonna make. And interestingly enough, around 20 minutes ago, I was like, damn, I can't believe I forgot the main thing I went to the store to get, right? So remember last night? Last night we ended up making the fried green bananas with the fried oyster mushroom, and it was so good to the point where I went to the store today because I'm like, I want to have this again. And I literally went into my imagination and went shopping first because that's how I move. I don't just jump out into the matrix, okay? I normally go into my mind's eye, my imagination, and I would see myself going to the supermarket and getting everything that I want. That's how I train my brain and my memory. And funny enough, I went to the supermarket. I know exactly what I went there for, and I got like five of the main item that I went there for. And then I start coming up with all these different ideas Wonder if I should make this, wonder if I should get that, wonder if I should get that. And I spent around 20 extra minutes just drifting into ideas and totally forget the last item, which was the oyster mushroom. Not until I got back to the shop and now I'm ready to go make this divine meal that I enjoyed so much last night, only to realize that I did not buy the oyster mushrooms. Like, that's annoying. But I guess I'm going to have to figure something else out. Okay, so I do have around one bunch of black kale, and I do have some. I have some butter beans, and I'm thinking that I probably just gonna have to just fry the green boro bananas and just make the black kale and the butter beans and call it a night. That's not really what I wanted though, but life sometimes take different courses. But that was my fault. That was my fault. I didn't stick to the mental plans that I had basically made. Now, we're gonna be making some green juice tonight. This one is gonna be somewhat simple. Okay, we're gonna do celery. We're gonna do celery. We're gonna do cilantro. We're gonna do cucumbers, green apples, and ginger because I haven't had any green juice for a good little minute now. And I do kind of need to, on the cleanse that I'm doing, I do kind of need to get some chlorophyll in my body so I can pull on some of those heavy metals and so forth. So I kind of figured that, hey, it's been like 2 weeks that I haven't drank no green juice, and now is the time to get back in alignment. So you have to kind of like keep tabs on yourself to make sure that you don't fall off of your protocol by getting like pulled into a whole bunch of different things. As we said before, the whole journey is about consistency. Right now, you guys have been joining me for the last week and couple of days consistently, that we've been making the wormwood and the parasite tea that we drink every night, like literally twice a day. And we made some last night. I do end up having some left over, but we're going to make a whole new batch tonight again to keep the process going. So when it comes to utilizing herbs, I want you to know that you don't want to take on the way of where you drink some today and then 2 to 3 days pass and then you drink another cup and then a day or 2 day pass again and then now you're having another cup. You see, there's no consistency. But notice whenever you go to the people with the white coats, they be giving you a lot of synthetic drugs and you be taking it on time, right? You be taking it 3 times a day after meals. I want you to have the very same energy when it comes to utilizing the natural herbs to heal the body. You want the herbs to remain in circulation long enough to where they can basically dissolve whatever calcification that's inside your body so that they can be in circulation to kill whatever parasitic entities and get them out of the body. Be in your body long enough to also evacuate any kind of a fecal sludge, fecal matter, fecal stones. Okay, you want it to be inside your blood long enough to where it can start to remove the uric acid, the carbonic acid, the lactic acid from your blood. You see what I'm saying? You want to keep the herbs into circulation going through so that it can do its job efficiently. Not just a little bit today and then a little bit another day. Like, no, 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 no. You have to be consistent. All right. Now, if you're just not coming into this space, I am gonna ask if you can share this live for me. We're also YouTube live as well. But for everybody who's coming on Instagram, could you do me a favor and share this live for me? Okay. Do you recommend to drink the tea or capsules do detoxification? Do both. One is a fast release and one is a slow release, right? Yeah, because when you drink anything in liquid, doesn't it go to your bloodstream immediately? And when you consume something, generally in solid form or powder form, it has to be metabolized by your digestive system, and then your intestines would have to basically pull and absorb whatever compound or elements or constituents, and that's going to be more like a slow release. So I want you to do the teas and the capsules. So you got fast and slow release. Okay. Now, if you go to my website and you're looking to get a cleanse, you will notice that we recommend for you to get the kit. Okay. So if we say colon cleansing kit, you're getting a jar or a bag with a combination of powerful herbs that's going to cleanse out your gut and your intestines and your colon. But you will also receive also a bottle of around 75 to 80 capsules, which also contain another combination of powerful herbs that cleanse out the colon as well. So we're doing a fast and a slow release, and that's one of the reasons why our cleanse is so powerful and it works so efficiently. See, you have to have understanding when you're applying something or how you approach something. You first have to have the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding to get the most effective result. Okay? I just hope that that answer, give you some clarity. So again, if you're just now coming in, I would like for everybody who's on here right now to share this live for me because most people don't really know that I'm live, okay? So if you're here with me, I would appreciate if you can share this live. Thank you so much. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. So we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna show you what I end up getting today, and I like to show you my grocery list because I want you to understand that it's not so much difficult as you guys make it sound. Okay? When you go to the supermarket, just go to the produce section, know what you're looking for, basically. That's why I said I don't just go in there wandering around. Every now and then I kind of wander around a little bit, only because I come up with creative ideas and I'm like, maybe I should put some of this with some of that, with some of that. But generally, I have a plan set out where I know exactly what I'm going there for. Okay? So I show you my shopping list each and every time so you can have an idea the kind of things that are good for you and what is in alignment with your health. So the next time you go shopping, you can include getting some of these ingredients as well. Okay, this is a lifestyle change, a complete lifestyle change. There's no quick fix or none of that. Every single day you get up and you choose to eat healthy is you reclaiming back your health, is you reclaiming back your vitality. It is as simple as that. Okay? I am sorry I can't share as I am not signed in on my phone. It's really old. That's okay, goddess. That's okay. Thank you. Thank you for at least trying. I appreciate your effort. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna first go ahead and show you some of the things that I got. Oh, I actually do need to have me a mango too. Well, of course, we have bananas, baby bananas. Okay, we have various bananas. We're gonna get into it so you can see the different kind of a bananas that we got. Um, I have made these mangoes. I forgot what country they're from, but they're incredibly good mangoes. Very sweet mangoes as well. Like literally, it's almost addicting to how good it is. So let me have a piece of mango, and then we'll get into everything else. hmm How you handle PCOS and insulin resistance comes with it. Does licorice root help with parasites? So licorice root is not an anti-parasitic. Licorice root does strengthen your adrenal glands, which balance back your hormone. Your adrenal glands also corresponds to the utilizations of sugar and salt and the energy levels in your body. Okay, so the licorice root is going to keep your system stabilized or bring your system back to a certain level of stability. Okay, when we're talking about parasite, we're looking at herbs that are like extremely bitter and very anti-parasitic, antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal. Okay, and I'm pretty sure you guys are more familiar with the whole wormwood complex, the wormwood, black walnut, cloves, and those are good too as well. Especially the wormwood. Okay, the black walnut, you want to get that in tincture. And clove, you can get the clove in a powder form or just make tea from the cloves. Okay, additionally to that, I would recommend Party Arco for sure. Okay, I would also recommend Cinchona bark. Really, really good. When I say that this mango is utterly incredible, believe I'm not even exaggerating. Incredible. Don't you guys find it so magical? Like a fruit is literally a ball of energy. And it goes to show that the whole creation process of a fruit was intentional and deep thoughts and intelligence went into it. Because the fact that it contains the right amount of sugar, which is fructose, and it comes with the right amount of water content, right? And it also comes with the right amount of fiber. It also comes with the right amount of phytonutrients, what you guys call vitamins, comes with minerals, and it also comes with enzyme, with the right amount of enzymes. That's some incredible shit. On top of that, it comes with an outer protective coating to basically protect it, which is going to be the skin. So notice how when you, I mean, I know for us we kind of look at a fruit as something typical, like we don't put that much deep thought into it. We just say, oh, that's just a fruit. But if you really start to view it through more of like an energetic lens, you start realizing that wow, this is the creation of divine intention. Okay, divine intelligence really crafted this as something very divine, like, and you guys don't want to eat it. See, you've abandoned what the universe have made for you as a delectable treat or a gift or a ball of energy that was meant to serve and revitalize your cells and your life force energy, and you've abandoned it and omitted for man-made synthetic stuff that comes from a laboratory. Isn't that interesting? But it's okay. I'll enjoy it for both of us. Okay, if you don't want to eat real foods, it's okay. Mm-mm-mm. Incredible. Like it is so sweet. Like the flavor is just so potent too. Like how can you not want this? See, I don't understand modern human beings at all. How could you not want this? I don't get it. There's a lot of things in this current modern society, and I'm like, yo, how could you guys not want this? Like natural fruits, sweet bananas, apples, mangoes, and I'm like, yo, how could you not want this? You know, when I'm home and I'm on my farm, you know, and I wake up and just go to my backyard and just harvest food, and I go to the natural spring and I drink the water coming directly out of the earth. It's such an intimate experience, like getting this divine creation coming up right out of the earth or the water coming up. And I'm drinking, as I'm drinking the water, I'm thinking like, yo, most people they drink tap water and Poland Spring and Deer Park. How could you guys not want real water? You see, I would think everybody like okay, so I think that the things that we're supposed to be obsessed with, we're like how you pronounce that word? Desensitized. Does he pronounce it right? I feel like we're desensitized towards the things that we're actually supposed to be gravitating towards or obsessed with. Is it? Because generally people should be obsessed with like natural organic foods and fruits, but instead you guys are obsessive over stuff like designer bags and name brand cars, right? Shit that's like it does not add value to your life in any way or form, but those are the kind of things that brings you guys excitement. I'm on the other hand, like I can take a walk out into nature right now without my shoes, and I just feel so excited and grateful and thankful. I feel so connected to everything, and that connection alone is something that money can't buy, and that brings me such fulfillment. But then when I look at everybody else around me, nobody gives a shit about nothing like that. Nothing natural, nothing with a deeper connection. In fact, some people even think I'm weird for walking outside with no shoes on. Like like I literally experience people who start taking pictures of me and shit because they saw me walking without no shoes. Like they're saying like, yo, this guy's homeless or you know, yeah. So I've accepted and realized that I'm just different, and yeah, this is just what it is. The world of change, or the people, not the world have changed. The people within it have changed. They're very disconnected from themselves. They don't really know who they are beside their name. They're disconnected from nature itself, literally. The fact that nobody even let their feet touch the ground. People think it's nasty if you allow your feet to touch the ground. I'm like, okay, all right, that's interesting. I went to the park. On my way out of the park, you know, I give a tree a hug, and everybody looking at me like I'm strange for hugging a tree. I'm an earth sign. Okay, I'm an earth sign. Also, I can feel the magnetic field of a tree. Okay, when I hug trees, I can feel the magnetic field. I can feel the subtle energy. Not because you can't feel it, because you're so dense with pig's ass bacon in your arteries, you know what I'm saying, and Dunkin' Donuts in your blood. You see, so you're so dense and heavy, and operate on a more dense vibration, so you can't feel much around you. You see, so now you're looking at me weird for hugging a tree. Whole time you just lack that divine connection with nature and the universe around you. You see? But somehow I'm the weird one, right? Okay. Yo, it is so good. Like, I don't think you guys understand. Somebody said, when is your birthday? Why would you ask me such a personal question on social media, on the internet? Can you tell that I'm a private person? I'm on the internet to help people to get healthy and share intrinsic knowledge so we all can grow together. Okay. So that's pretty much just about it. Also, one thing that you guys don't also know that I go through is stalkers. Okay. Listen. I can't even enjoy just going out in public anymore. It's like it's too much. It gets a lot, and also I don't like people touching me. Okay. Um, I don't like taking pictures, and every time you guys see me outside, y'all want to take pictures and a lot of crowds and stuff like that. And it's like Have you noticed that you've never seen a picture of me? I don't do pictures. I'm a video person. Okay? I'm a video person, which you see me in real time in motion. Okay? I don't do that whole freezing in the frame to take pictures. So if you when you see me outside here, can I get a picture with you? I don't really want to take any pictures, and I also don't want you to touch me either. Okay? I go through a lot of stalking and all that kind of over the years, a lot of stalkers. Okay, so when you guys come on here asking me, oh, so where do you live? What's your birthday? All that kind of stuff. You're asking me too much personal information on the internet. Okay, the internet is full of weird people. So I definitely would not be doing that. All right, basically. It has nothing to do with humble. You see, it has nothing to do with that. Do you even know what the definition of humble, what it means? Look up the etymology, and you'll see what that means. Also, you're not experiencing my reality, so it's not something that you will understand. Anyway, though, so let us get into the practicality of things, and I'm gonna show you exactly what we have here. All right. So first thing first. All right. So we got some organic ginger. Okay. We got some organic ginger, and we're gonna be juicing this organic ginger tonight. I'm actually gonna be using the whole entirety of the ginger because I'm gonna make it super strong. So organic ginger, we got that. All right. Now we have again some burro bananas. Okay. Now we got some burro bananas. Yeah, for sure. Because remember, and especially with people who doesn't really understand like spiritual hygiene, you can't just go around having strangers touching you. Okay, literally. So you have to have boundaries. Okay, basically. Okay, so here we got burro bananas, right? We have the smaller, younger burro bananas. Now, Now these are also burro bananas. So you guys remember last time we were talking about the fact that we have like the younger ones and we have the ones that are more mature. And I'm saying to you that sometimes you can even get these ones that comes out to be a lot much more bigger, right? And the difference is, right, the younger ones tends to give you like a different consistency, right? So it's like when you fry like the younger ones, it tend to be more like softer. If you're looking for more like Irish potato vibes, like if you want to turn this into like fries, if I want to make fries, I can just cut it into like tiny strips. You know what? We could make some fries just as an example to show you what that's like. But you can boil it, mash it out, it becomes the perfect version of your mashed potato. You can cut it up into tiny strips and fry it, and you get the whole fries. Put a little bit of sea salt on it, and you're gonna get that vibe. Okay. Let me let me go back to the comment section because I'm trying to respond to everybody's message since I'm here. All right. Okay, what do you think about oats? So oats is not extremely detrimental to your body, but at the same time, oats is starchy. Okay, it is starchy. I don't really consume oats, but when I was younger, okay, when I was younger, like growing up in Jamaica, oats was like one of my favorite thing, and I would always kind of like just like oats and sugar and water and milk and stuff like that, and just eat it like that. Like that was a thing in our Jamaican culture. Like yo, oats porridge are just some oats with sugar and water, and that's what we kind of ate. So it's something that I've grown to like throughout my younger years, coming up into my teenage years, and then once I learned about the starch levels and everything else, it's not that healthy for you, especially when it comes to the starch. I basically discard it. And what I use instead of using oats, I use fonio. Okay, so fonio. Now, what I also do, I'll use the green boar banana and the fonio together, and I'll make porridge from it, and it actually comes out to be very, very sensational, right? And then what I will do, as we did the last time, we made the coconut milk. So I can literally make porridge by boiling the fonio and the burro banana, make milk from the coconut, then blend the coconut milk with the dates. The dates is going to be the sweetener. Okay, add some nutmeg to it, and add some cinnamon powder, and boom, you have ultimate perfection. Okay, so this is my version of cereal. Okay, not oats. Okay, now the fonio is the most powerful nutritional grain on planet Earth, which means that you can find nothing else, no other kind of a grain that is more nutritionally dense as fonio is. It comes from West Africa, very, very powerful. It's very, very good for toddlers and babies and children and adults as well. But especially for babies and young children, the fonio dense in a lot of minerals and nutrients. Let me see if okay, so this doesn't really have much, like the whole entire nutritional profile, right? It doesn't really have much nutritional profile on the back of it. But the fonio, you can look it up. Look up the minerals inside of fonio, and that will give you an idea of what you're dealing with. Okay? Okay. Greetings, 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 Wagwan. Send me some seeds, bro. I will grow some, I promise. Joshua, where do you live? Do you live in a state where you have land? Okay, guys. Honestly, if you all got space that you want to grow some food, some vegetables, I will literally send you some seeds, like for free. Okay, just pay the shipping. Just pay the shipping. Whatever, probably like what, like $7, $8 for shipping, and I'll send you some seeds. Okay, if you're gonna grow them. All right, I'm going down to the comment section, so give me a second here. Okay, Rambo. Doc says I have thickening walls near my gallbladder. What I need to get better? You need to do a liver cleanse and a liver flush flush. Okay, thickening walls near your gallbladder. Um, that's basically. I mean. Okay, so is the wall from where the gallbladder connect into the liver? In any case, do a liver flush. That's not normal. Do a liver flush and do a liver detox, and you should be fine. Also, change your eating, please. As we talked about before, in any case where you're experiencing any kind of a complication with your body where things start to abnormally form, now is a good time to hit everything in complete reverse and say to yourself, okay, let me just undo the process, rewind, stop eating all that stuff, fast. When last have you fasted? When last have you done a 12-day or 21-day fast? See, that can fix the problem. So, whatever condition you're experiencing right now, understand that it's not something that is like the end of the world or something that's not able for your body to correct. You just have to give the body the vacancy or support your body in going through a restoration process, which is going to be the fasting, the diet change, and the full body cleanse and detox, and everything will be restored back to normal. I bought small burros today, oyster mushroom, fried them, tasted good. So wait a minute. So where's the picture? Where's the picture? Okay, send a picture to my inbox so I can post it in a story. Okay, that's what I want you guys to do, or post it in the Discord. If we make something here, right, and you like it, and you go to the supermarket, you get the ingredients and you make it, send us a picture. Send us a picture. You can also inspire other people to give it a try too, because remember, we're also learning new recipes together. Coming from the standard American diet, it's like this is like a new experience for a lot of us. We have to learn our way because now we're going down like a whole different path. So we're all on this journey. So listen, share whatever you come up with. If you come up with a recipe and you're like, damn, this is bomb. I feel like other people would like this too. Post it so that we can give it a try. We're all here to empower, teach, and learn from each other, right? So post it, okay? Post it. A way to remove parodontitis. I'm not familiar with that terminology. Just tell me what part of the body is affected, and I will give you a solution. Remember, we don't do these sophisticated names because they just confuse people, and it leads a person to nowhere. All these names, diabetes, arthritis, all this kind of stuff, weird names, it doesn't matter. We just need to know what part of the body is affected, and we can fix it. Do you have any recommendation for plague in the arteries or coronary artery disease? Yes, goddess. What you need is the hawthorn berries. The hawthorn berry is gonna cleanse out the artery, especially the coronary artery. Remember, when it comes to having any kind of plaque inside of the artery, that's definitely like the residue of cholesterol. It's animal fats building up inside of the arteries and the blood vessels, which is basically lowering the circulation. Cayenne pepper and hawthorn berry will fix any heart problem, circulation problem, the cleansing of your arteries or your blood vessels. Okay, cayenne pepper, hawthorn berry is going to be your friend. Okay, you can find both at our website. Okay, go check it out. You'll see that we have the hottest cayenne pepper, and you can find the hawthorn berries at our website as well. Okay, so get that, apply it. Also remove any kind of oils like corn oil from your diet. Anything that's cooked in corn oil, canola oil, okay, and what's the other one? Canola oil, corn oil, and vegetable oil. Anything that's cooked or fried in those kind of oils, you must avoid them because they're only going to cause more heart problems. Okay? All right, moving forward. Okay, greetings, Costa Rican. Hey, goddess. She said, greetings. And when will the chlorophyll be available on the site? Okay, goddess. So here's what. Today's what? Today's Sunday. You can check the website tomorrow night. It should be up because I think we do have the inventory, just not updated. But my assistant will be updating the inventory tomorrow. So whatever is not in stock, it's not that we don't have it. The inventory have just not been updated. And my laptop got water in it, so it's at the repair shop, so I can't even get access on there right now. Okay. Okay, root canal alternative. Do coconut oil pulling. Also use clove oil to remove any infection or any inflammation from around the teeth. Okay. Um, I do know that they have like different kind of fillers now, like a different composite kind of a material, but do not get mercury at any cost. Do not get any mercury tooth fillings. Okay. Okay. Do we have to soak the fonio? No, goddess. You don't have to soak the fonio. All right. Well, let's vote. I got okay. You got land. All right. If you got land, send. If you got land, just send me a message and let me know you got land that you want to plant, and I'll definitely send you some seeds so that you can grow. Okay. All right. Okay. Doing fruit water fast for 21 days. That is absolutely amazing. You will feel the best you've ever felt in your life. Okay. It is a complete reset and a regeneration of your mind, body, and spirit. Okay, 21-day fast. Fasting is the most powerful thing you can do. If I'm starting the cleanse tomorrow, parasite, lymph, colon. Okay. Goddess says, I'm starting the cleanse tomorrow, parasite, lymph, and colon. Very excited to try your products. I didn't get the lymph instructions. Any tips on my journey? All right, Goddess. So with the lymph, all you're gonna do is obviously in the morning you're gonna do the parasite and the colon cleanse tea in the morning, right? With the parasite and the colon capsules in the morning, right? So then around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, you're gonna do the lymphatic tea and the lymphatic capsules. So the lymphatic tea and capsules you're only taking once a day because now you're following a protocol. Okay. And then before you go to bed, you're going to be having the parasite and the colon tea and capsules before you go to bed again. Then the next day when you wake up, it's time for you to take the activated charcoal because you're going to be going through the die-off symptoms from what the colon and the parasite cleanse is killing off those parasites. You're going to the activated charcoal the next morning when you wake up. Then around 2-3 hours after that, you can start the process again. Parasite cleanse, tea and capsules. Later on that day, a couple of hours, you do the lymphatic tea and capsules. Remember, you have to jump on a trampoline every single day while you're on the cleanse. Mandatory is 25 minutes on the rebounder. Okay, no exception. Mandatory 25 minutes on the rebounder to move the lymphatic system. A lot of people make the mistake of doing a detox, or they buy stuff online and taking it, and it's not working. Not only is because the herbs are weak, but also because you're not moving your lymph. So let's just say you're taking a detox and you're breaking up toxins, right? You're breaking up toxic waste and so forth. The fact that your lymphatic system is stagnated, the body is not capable of actually removing the toxins that you're broken up inside of the body. They're just sitting back inside of their own waste, and therefore you don't feel better. Nothing changes. So we need to move the lymphatic system every single day while you're on that cleanse. Okay? So generally you're gonna complete the colon, the parasite, and the lymphatic cleanse, doing the rebounder. Obviously, you'll see on the instructional sheet, we tell you to get into the sauna. Now, you can do the sauna up to 3 days a week minimum, or you can do the sauna every day or whenever you feel like. Just make sure that at the end of the week, you've utilized that sauna for at least 3 days out of the week, okay? To allow the body to also throw off and excrete most of that waste out of your blood, because what? The skin is your third kidney. A lot of people don't know that, but your skin is your third kidneys. All right. So I just hope that you'll be very successful in your journey. Remain consistent. Okay. Apply that self-love. Apply that willpower, and you will cultivate that greater version of yourself. Okay. How to get into the Discord? So you check my story if you're trying to get into the Discord. Check the story, check my story, and you'll see where I have a link to the Discord. Click on the link, takes you straight into the Discord. If you're gonna download the app and come straight in, and boom, you're in. Okay. All right. How to fix mold and toxins in the body. First, whatever environment that you're in, that you perceive that you may have been absorbing mold, you wanna clean up that environment. Okay, or get a like a air humidifier. Is that humidifier? Air purifier, and so forth. And then you're going to do a detox. Oregano oil destroys mold out of the body. Drinking thyme tea, okay, because thyme contains thymol, right? Right. So thyme contains thymol, which is going to help you to destroy the mold out of the body. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. I guess my cousins are outside, or there's a whole bunch of noise out there. Okay, so thyme, you can make tea from the thyme. Okay, thyme contains thymol, which destroys mold. Okay, very powerful at destroying mold. Also, rosemary. Rosemary also destroys mold. Okay, let me show you what you're gonna need. So, rosemary. Okay, we carry the most potent form of a rosemary that you will ever find. Okay, this is also the rosemary essential oil as well. Okay, but I don't know if you guys can see that. Like right now, the whole entire shop smell like rosemary just by me just open up the container. So good. That calms me down. So calming and so relaxing. So rosemary, those will help you with mold. Okay. So thyme, rosemary, oregano oil. Okay. Yes. All right. What on your website can help with weight loss? That is going to be the colon cleanse, which is gonna remove the accumulated impacted waste inside your gut. The average human being carries around with them over 60 pounds of uneliminated fecal matter, right? So you'll see even on the internet where people are buying like flat tummy tea and waist trainers. That's a whole bunch of filth inside of your gut that needs to come out of the pockets of the intestines. And this is something that a lot of people don't tend to realize. They don't understand the gravity Okay, they don't really understand the gravity of the situation. So I want you to see this here, right? I want you to see this. So, oops, good reflex. Nervous system is on point. See that? Notice how your nervous system can react before your mind even catched on? Okay, that's good. If you don't got good reflex, your nervous system is trash, which means you're gonna need some valerian root, you're gonna need some blue vervain, right? You're gonna need some catnip. You get what I say? Yeah. Anyway, anyway, so do you see how inside the intestines you have like these pockets? Like, look, you can see how it's designed with like pockets. Now, I don't know why God did that. Like, I don't even know why God or the universe made the intestines so long. And that's the difference between a human being and like a true carnivore. Because a true carnivore intestine is only 5 feet long, right? Only 5 feet long. But notice how a human being intestines is over 25 feet long. This is crazy, right? A carnivore intestine is only 5 feet long, but a human being intestines over 25 feet long. And then the problem comes in where we have all of these pockets. So now, do you see how waste can be trapped into these little pockets? Like here's a good depiction. So like residue and stuff can stick to the walls. So when you eat stuff like stuff with food coloring, artificial flavor, right? And all that synthetic shit that you guys be eating, right? It sticks into the pockets of the intestines and it become hardened over time. And we call this fecal sludge or hardened fecal matter or fecal stone, where it literally turns to stone and become very hard, like solid. So just like how somebody can have kidney stone or somebody can have like gallbladder stone, people also have fecal stone inside of the pockets of the intestines. And here's a good example. See, here's a good example. You notice how hardened it is into the pocket? You see that? Do you see how hardened the fecal stone becomes inside of the pocket of the intestine? And this stays there. So every single person that have like colon cancer, this is what happened first. This is what happened first. Okay? So if you're trying to lose weight, you need to clean out your colon first. That's the first thing that you do. So go to the website and get you a colon cleanse. If this is not clean, you're not going to be healing from nothing. Okay? This is not clean, you're just not going to be healing from nothing. Take a look at this. Okay? Right here is what we call the duodenum. This is the first entrance into the small intestine. But look, it's a crazy matrix of how it's go twisted up. Look at all these turns and crevices and sharp turns. Okay, guys, I want you to think about like you driving a car. Think about this like a highway, right? And boom, you're now going on the highway. Boom, you enter into the highway. Look at all these sharp ass turns. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Look at this. This is crazy. Can you imagine trying to drive through something like this? Over 25 feet long, which would be like 25 miles, calculated that into like human time frame kind of thing. Like you going 25 miles and this is what you're going to be doing, sharp ass turns. You can't even drive fast, right? You got to be moving slow, sharp turn, 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 turn. Basically, if you don't know how to drift, if you don't know how to drift, you're not even going to make it through here. Okay? And if you don't know how to drive stick shift, you're done. Okay? But look at this. This is what the food that you eat has to go through. It has to go through all of this shit. Okay? All of this. Then to end up back into what we call the ascending colon. Okay? So once it comes out into the large intestines, it comes up into the ascending colon. This right here is what we call the transverse colon. Okay? So basically what it's going to do now is going to transfer over. Okay? Hey, what are you doing? Behave yourself. Okay, good. Right? So you come up into the ascending colon, over into the transverse colon. Okay? Actually, over here is the ascending colon, my bad. So it comes out, it come down here, as you can see, and come over into the ascending colon, and it comes up into the transverse colon, go down into the what we call the descending colon, and then right here is what we call the sigmoid colon. Then it enter into the rectum and the body finally gets rid of it, right? Which is kind of crazy how you guys be out there eating ass and trying to act like that's normal, like it's a part of sex now. That's you're nasty, you're disgusting, you're a parasite, okay? Eating ass like ridiculous, right? Anyway, what I want you to think about is the fact that all of these sharp turns, when you eat synthetic foods with no fiber, right? The synthetic foods got no fiber, no enzymes, right? It causes the food to stick and be trapped into these crevices. That's why so many of y'all, you're so constipated, because the very food you're eating do not possess any kind of a lubrication at all. And it has no enzyme, no nothing, just synthetic shit from a laboratory, which is just the byproduct of somebody using chemistry to create some shit. Like right now, they're making 3D print meat, and yes, you guys are gonna eat it. You wanna act like, oh my God, Bill's Gates making 3D print meat. You know you're gonna eat it. Okay, stop the cap. You know you're gonna eat it, right? So yeah, all that stuff is gonna be lodged up into the pockets in the corner of your intestines, leave you constipated, and now you're carrying around over 40, 50 pounds of fecal sludge, fecal stone, fecal matter that just inside your gut. So your intestines is actually 3 times the length of your body. Okay, I want you to think about that. 3 times the length of your body. Okay, so if you're 6 feet, your intestines is over like 18 to 20 feet long. Yeah, and look at the kind of stuff that you'll be eating. Okay, so clean out your gut. So you're gonna do the colon cleanse and a parasite cleanse together and the lymphatic cleanse. Okay, good. Now go take care of yourself. All right. You can okay. So you can click the link in the bio to go to the website. Someone said, "How do you know when your intestine is clean?" When you do a colon cleanse. Okay, you do a colon cleanse. You also notice that your stomach also goes down, like you don't have that pouch. Like so, anybody you see carrying around like a pouch like this on their gut, that's feces. Okay, that's feces and animal fat that they're carrying around. Okay, so you also have like a flat stomach as well, right? That's one sign. And when you do the colon cleanse, you're gonna see a lot of stuff coming out. Especially if you're cleansing for a long time, you see a lot of stuff coming out. Okay, and also you'll notice that whenever you use the bathroom, it doesn't smell like dead dogs anymore. You know, like oh y'all be using the bathroom, and you gotta be spraying mad air fresheners because even you yourself cannot withstand the stench of that obnoxious scent that's coming out of your own body. And you know, that should be alarming to a lot of people, but for some reason, you all try to normalize it. Oh, let me just go buy air freshener, you know, and you're not realizing that you're polluting God's air. Because God give us fresh air from the trees, right? The trees give off fresh, pure oxygen for us to have and for the animals to have. And here you come like like a abomination. You come using your body to pollute the air. You see, so you're not even in alignment with what's going on here. And you guys normalize it. Oh, let me just spray some chemical in the air to freshen up the air that I've just polluted. You know, that's crazy to me. So yeah, once you start eating cleaner and you clean out your gut, you'll use the bathroom, and it's not gonna smell like you need to run, like you need to get out of there right now, hold your breath, chemical in the air and in the whole atmosphere. You won't need to do that. Okay? You won't need to do that. Okay, let's see here. What would you recommend for a parasite cleanse? Check the website with the parasite cleansing kit. Everything is there that you need. It comes as a kit with all the herbs to kill all variety of parasite, kill the eggs, break down the biofilm, and to also evacuate the dead parasites out of the body. If you do happen to wanting to know some herbs that can help you with that, obviously I'm pretty sure you're on the internet, so you're very much familiar that the typical standard is the black walnut, wormwood, clove, but you would need a black walnut in a tincture form, okay, not in like a regular form because it's not going to work. Additionally, I would recommend for you to use some pau d'arco, also cinchona bark, right? My parasite cleanse is more advanced because I have several herbs. I even have herbs in my parasite cleanse that people on the internet are not even familiar with because the knowledge that they get on the internet is very limited, given the fact that most of the people who are sharing information is just sharing information to make a sale, and they're not actually a real herbalist because that's not their gift. Okay, that's not their gift, so they don't have that connection, that wisdom. Okay, so yeah, so my parasite cleanse is so powerful. They have so much different anti-parasitic herbs, way more powerful than standard black walnut and clove that everybody talks about. Okay, so yeah, how many cloves will feel is safe to chew each night to help my mouth? um like 4 or 5 clove. Generally, if you're chewing the clove and it's like it's getting too hot for you, then just chill. Just chill out and just know that okay, I can only handle such and such amount. I can't really tell you exactly because everybody's body is different. Okay, some people can tolerate spice, some people cannot tolerate spice at all. So learn from your own experience. Start off chewing one. If that's okay, you feel like you can chew two, chew two. Remember, experience is the greatest teacher. Okay, your experience and what you learn about your own body will always triumph over anything anybody on the outside has to say. Okay, so experiment and see for yourself. All right, good. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. What else I got? What else I got? All right, so I end up picking these goodies up. Can't believe I forgot to buy the oyster mushroom because I was gonna really go crazy tonight. Okay, I was gonna cook some stuff. Okay, so I got me 3 plum tomatoes, perfection. I got me two nice red peppers. I really like red peppers. I got me 1 onion because I wasn't planning to do no crazy big cooking. I just wanted to cook everything one time and that'll be it. And remember last time, these are called long hot peppers, and I was just curious. I was just curious, like, yo, what are those? I've never seen those before. They don't grow. We don't have these in Jamaica, so I end up buying them out of curiosity. Now, while they was not hot, okay, the spice level was very much a disappointment, but at the same time, the flavor profile did give my food this like, oh, okay, this tastes amazing. So I end up getting 3 more, basically. Okay, end up getting 3 more. I noticed that because summer is coming back around, like having fruits, I can see one or two fruit fly is trying to like come back up in here. All right. So peppers, onion, we got that. All right. So I end up picking me up some more mangoes, which are very expensive, by the way. One of these mangoes are $5. Okay, but you already know, guys. Your health is an investment. It's not an expense. Now these mangoes are very ripe, like so ripe and juicy. I could tell by looking at it. I'm like, yo, this one is so ready. All right. It's so sweet. Jeez. Even the skin. Look at this. YouTube. Look how sweet, juicy, and pure this one is. Okay. Like literally perfection. And the aroma is so strong. Like, okay, so I like mango. Or you know when a mango is good? When you can smell it. Okay, when it has like this strong scent of mango, you know that okay, this is good. Okay, if the mango doesn't smell like mango, or if somebody can tell that you have mango because it doesn't smell like it, then it's trash. Okay, so like in Jamaica, if you have mangoes in your bags, people know that you got mango because they can smell it. In America, y'all got frozen mangoes and shit. No aroma, no flavor. Wow, so good. Literally sensational. Actually, I haven't eaten nothing all day. I was like, yo, why am I so hungry? Kind of makes sense. Listen, it's worth the $5. Expensive, but it's worth it. So it's like I could have been like, yeah, I'm not buying that for $5, or I could buy it and be having this experience right now. I'm gonna eat this piece with the skin, cause yeah. So now I'm down to the last half. But in Jamaica though, we just be sitting underneath the tree and just eat mangoes until they can't eat no more. And so I realized that like having that ability where you get food from nature abundantly, we were rich. We just didn't know. People think all there is to life is money, money and cars. Because most of the people who have that, they're not happy. They're like soulless. They don't feel joy and excitement. They don't have no inner peace. Okay? But somebody who can wake up with inner peace and still feel the joys of life and be excited over the simple things, that's somebody who's alive, not a walking dead. Okay? So if you're incapable of feeling love, joy, and excitement about the simple things in life, then you're the walking dead. See, because that's what life is about, to feel and experience the joys of life. Because being alive is a feeling, it's a frequency, it's a feeling. So if you can't feel that, then you're the walking dead. So that's what the movie is about, the walking dead. People have become zombified. That's what it means to become zombified. You can't feel anything anymore. You become numb. You have all the material shit, but you wake up every day feeling soulless, disconnected from yourself and everything else around you. Why do you think? Why do you think them celebrities be getting so much tattoo? See, why do you think they get so much tattoo? They want to feel something. You see, they have to do extreme things to feel something, because what? When you sell your soul, okay, you do ritualistic shit. You didn't earn all that money through true integrity, okay? But something nefarious in that way. I mean, it plagiarizes your mind. That's why the Bible said there's no sleep for the wicked. Yeah, they can come on the internet and show you that they have a big mansion with 48 cars and they have this and the chain and the bust down and all this kind of stuff, but they had to sell their booty for it. Okay? Some gatekeeper, okay, or CEO of the recording company is literally got them like how the other guy had them other people in his mansion with the baby oil. That's what they go through. You see, so that's why they go through all that tattoo all over, trying to feel something. They do extreme drugs, trying to feel something. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. And the Bible said, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? All right, so I end up getting some oranges. Okay, we got some oranges here, some Florida oranges. All right. We got fresh oranges from Florida. Now, I like to have an orange when I'm taking like my bitter herbs, because after I drink my bitter herbs, I just eat an orange right after. Okay? Literally. Let me kind of show you my process so you kind of understand, kind of get it. And let me see. We have 50% battery life, so we're gonna cook. We're gonna cook. We're gonna cook. We're just gonna get through some stuff first so you can see what's on my shopping list. So this is what I do. Okay, when I'm taking like extreme bitter herbs, if I don't want it to linger, like the taste to linger for a long time. Sometimes, for most of the time, I just drink the bitter herbs and just be good, because I'm kind of used to it. I mean, I've been drinking bitter since I was a toddler. So, but these herbal cleanses are extreme. Like sometimes it's so bitter it make your body shiver. Like, yeah. Now these, my grandparents normally take these and they will hang them up and let them dry. Right, just hang it up somewhere and let it dry. And when it dries, they come and they break off a piece, and we make tea from these in the morning time. It's strengthening your immune system. Okay, not these oranges in America though. I would not do it with these in America. Okay, I'm talking about oranges that grow on our property, on our land. Nothing is sprayed on it, no waxes on it, no alteration, just directly from nature. Okay, so these are good. So peel my orange, boom, ready, right? And then now, wash this out. And this is our parasite slayer tea. So this is what your tea gonna look like when you get our parasite cleansing tea. Okay, boom. And as I said before, if you want to drink it hot, that's up to you. Okay, but I recommend allowing it to get to around room temperature so you can chug the whole thing, and then you can just eat the orange right after. Okay, so here we go. Perfect, right? The bitter doesn't bother me, but if you want, eat your orange afterwards. Or you can also do it this way too if you want to. Or you can just open it. And once you open it, you can just pull them off. So notice everything that we put inside of our body is living food. Have you noticed that? Nothing dead, right? We don't gotta kill no animal. We don't got no GMO. We don't got no preservative. We don't got no artificial flavor. We don't got no artificial color. None of that. Everything here directly from God, directly from the universe. Okay? You have to unlearn and relearn. So there you have it. Now let's move on. So far, we got oranges. Again. Oh, I have another banana I need to show you. Hold up. Okay, so these bananas are incredibly good too. These are, okay, in Jamaica we call these red bananas. Okay? So notice we got red bananas. We got burro bananas, right? And we got baby bananas. Okay, so different kind of bananas. All of them is good. Really, really good. Alright? So these, I eat these ripe. Eat these ripe. And these, I use these to make like fries. I'm gonna make fries out of some of these tonight, right? Or we can boil this like mashed potato, or I can use this to make porridge, obviously. And we have also the smaller, the younger one. Same thing, just more younger. Okay? So these are bananas. So we got all of these goodies. We got fresh coconut. We're gonna make milk. We got our tomatoes. We got our red peppers. We got onions. Organic ginger, of course. I picked up a few cucumbers, not a lot. We're just gonna make a couple of green juice. So we got 3 nice cucumbers. And I end up picking up around 5, how much? 5 apples just to make my green juice. Okay, let's see what else we got over here. All right, so we got a few avocados. Obviously, this is not my best choice of avocado. I like the Dominican avocados, the bigger green ones. These are hybridized avocados, but they don't really pose no detriment to health, so you can get away with it. But if you do have the option to choose the more natural one, that have not went through no hybridization, the Dominican avocado is always going to beat this avocado. Okay, so we got some avocados. Okay, we end up with more mangoes. Okay, these are the Mexican mangoes though. So this is not this. These are that delicious sweet one that I just had. These are the typical Mexican mangoes that you see inside of every store. I end up just buying a couple of them because I kind of like went through like a whole stack of like 300, and I found 4 good ones, and I'm like, okay, these are coming home with me, as they should. Okay, so we have more mangoes on top of that. I have avocado oil. Okay, avocado oil. This is what I use to fry my stuff in. Okay, so avocado oil. So we got. I have a nice batch here of dinosaur kale, also called black kale, also called lacinato kale, and this is the kale that's going to give you a high level of iron, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and zinc. Okay, I don't consume the other kale. The other kale is heavily sprayed with a lot of pesticide, and its nutritional profile is just too low for me. So that's why you never see me with the other kale. Notice every time you see me with the dino kale. Okay, because the dino kale is the mother kale, contains a higher nutritional profile, more dense in minerals and nutrients that you need, and very, very high in calcium. So this is going to strengthen your bones, your ligaments, your cartilages. Okay, this is the one. Okay. Also, if you happen to grow or plant the dinosaur kale, you don't really need to tend to it to give it a lot of stuff. It literally just grows on its own in nature and start to produce seeds. So it's not. It doesn't need a lot of maintenance. Okay, it's not high maintenance at all. Okay, basically, yeah. So this one was grown in Texas. Okay, so this was grown in Texas. Okay. Oh, another name for it is also Tuscan kale. Okay, so it's also called Tuscan kale. So Tuscan kale, dino kale, dinosaur kale, lacinato kale, black kale. So much name it has. Okay, it's famous. Well, not so famous because not everybody knows it, but I'm also kind of glad that like not every single person knows it because you can't find it. Okay, like I remember a couple of things over the years I shared. I'm like, yo, this is good, and I told people about my spots or where I get certain things, and then I went for like 2 3 months where I couldn't get it no more because I put everybody on the internet. Everybody was going to my favorite spot to go buy out everything before I got there. I was like, yo, this is okay. So yeah, that be happening. Okay, so I end up getting some cilantro because we're gonna pull some heavy metals tonight, right? What time is it? 2 o'clock. We're gonna pull some heavy metals tonight. So I got me some fresh bunch of cilantro. If you know anything about me, you know that I love me some cilantro. Okay, so got me two nice, beautiful bunch of cilantro. Yes. See, if you're royalty, you have to treat your body like royalty. Okay. Baking soda, which is one of my cleaning agent, alongside lemon juice and vinegar, which we're going to be using today to clean our fruits and our vegetables. Okay, basically. All right. Okay. So this time I end up getting some scallions. The last couple of times we cooked, I didn't use any scallion because they was wilding on the price. Like, how dare they was trying to sell one, listen, they were trying to sell one bunch of scallion for $3. Talking about 2.99. It's three bucks. Like, stop playing, right? So generally one bunch of these is for like $1. 99 cents. Some of the good places they sell it for like 70 cents for like one bunch. But within the last 2 weeks, every single supermarket you go to, they're just trying to sell one for $3, and I just wasn't having it. I mean, I could have bought it. I got the money to buy it, but it's like that's financial rape. Okay, I can't get with that because I know it's not worth that. Okay, so they was trying that whole thing, bump prices up. I don't know what was going on. I was not aware of any supply demand chain of anything as to why the price needed to go up. So I was like, you know what? I'll just use onion powder, use a lot of onion powder, and just not buy it. This time, I guess they got their shit together because nobody's buying that. You see, so now they're forced to sell it at the price that, I mean, it was still a little bit overpriced, but it wasn't too bad. So I ended up spending $3 for two. Okay, last time they were trying to sell $3 for one. So yeah, they had to get their shit together because nobody was buying that. Okay, and if they don't do something, it's gonna spoil on them, right? They're gonna take the L. And it's the same thing that I was talking about. That one of the reasons why seedless fruits have become so prevalent is because of people who's brainwashed, who just going up in there buying seedless melons and grapes and all the seedless fruits. So it's like you're encouraging them to do more of the bullshit because you're buying the bullshit. But what if everybody was conscious or health conscious I was like, nah, I'll never buy that. What do you think will happen? They will be forced to sell seeded stuff because remember, they're just there to make money. Okay? So yeah, nobody was buying that shit. They had to get their shit together and they made that price correction. And when I went in there, I had to give them a clap. I'm like, very good. Okay? You're still doing too much, but I'm gonna let you slide, given the fact that I need to cook something right now and I like my seasoning to be very prime. Okay? So I end up getting these. Alright, what else we got up in here? Alright, so I got me some sea salt. Y'all remember what happened last night? Okay, so this is what happened last night. Don't do that. This is what happened last night. Okay, basically I had the last remnant of sea salt left in the bottle, and it was like very clumped up together. And so I was like hitting it on a counter space to break up the little clumped up salt on the inside, and the whole part of it just break off. And I was like, oh well, right? So I literally had no salt. So I got me some nice salt today. So here's the thing about salt. What I noticed is that different salt be having different density. Okay, so like how in the Dead Sea, the salt from the Dead Sea is like so strong to the point where you can't ever consume it. You only got to use it for stuff like bathing and cleansing and ward off negative entities and spirits, right? So different parts of the ocean is going to have different density of salt. So it's like you can buy one specific brand of salt because that company gets their sea salt from wherever part of the ocean they get it from. And it's like you've been cooking with that salt for a while, so you kind of know how much to use based off how strong it is, right? But you will literally buy another salt from a whole nother company who gets their salt from a different part of the ocean, and you find that either by putting the same amount that you normally use by the other salt, either you oversalt the food or you undersalt the food. If if you're not a person who cooks, you're not gonna get it. But for all of you out there that cook food, you like to cook, you know what I'm talking about, right? So I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to test these salt now to see if I'm gonna need to put more of this or put less of this one in comparison to this one, because I kind of know how much to put. Kind of know how much to put. Okay. Oh, that's very salty. Okay. Um, hmm. Okay, this is a hard one. They're kind of like the same. All right. I'm gonna be able to tell you which one is more salty now. Now that I'm going back for like a double. They're almost there. Okay, so this one is a little bit more saltier than the other one, but not by much. It's like I would say if I'm giving this one in a rating of saltiness, I would give this one, if I'm giving this one to say a 10, I'm gonna have to give no. Okay, yeah, if I'm giving this one a 10 in terms of range, I would have to give this like a 11. Like it's very slight, not that much of a difference, so it's not gonna be a problem. I'm not gonna have to adjust anything crazy, just salt like I normally do, and it's gonna bring me within the range of what's acceptable. Okay. And the last thing I have here is a bunch of celery. Okay. So that's what we got. Anything else? Let me see if we got anything else. Okay, that's pretty much it. Now let's get into the practicality of things. Okay, let's get into the practicality of things. Now it's time to start to make some food and make some juice. All right. All right. So first thing first, let's put these back. All the things that we don't need right now. Okay, so for everybody on YouTube, if you think that I'm not reacting or interacting with you on YouTube, it's just because of the features on YouTube is kind of like weird, where the comment section does not stay, the comment section does not really stay on the screen. So I can't see if anybody, what you guys are saying. The only way is when I come up to the screen and I have to touch like a little tab for it to open up. Okay, and yeah, it's kind of mad odd. I would like some seeds, please. Okay, so if you need some seed, go ahead and send me an email. Let me know the kind of seeds that you're interested in, and I'll figure a way how you can pay the shipping, and I will send you the seeds for free. Okay, I got you. So, as I said, anybody, if you have land and you want to grow, okay, just send me an email. Okay, but listen, don't waste my time though. Do not waste my time. Okay, if I send you the seeds, I want you to plant them, send us some pictures or post your pictures in the Discord, what you're farming, what you're growing. As I said before, we can't keep complaining about what they're doing to the foods or they're spraying chemicals on it. You see, because it's like we kind of become complainers, but we're not doing anything to change our circumstance. It's like, what's the point? We need to be moving towards sovereignty, moving more towards self sustainability. Like, come on now. Okay. Now, me personally, as I said, I already have 10 acres of farmland, growing everything on it that I need to sustain myself. Okay. So I'm not just saying something to say it. This is my lifestyle. Okay. That's what I view as being important. As you can clearly tell, the society is being run by, satanic pedophiles, and they poison the food and everything to keep people in a lower state of control so that they can keep harvesting children. I mean, guys, okay, why do y'all think people just tend to see what happened and just forget it? Like they just see that, oh my God, for like a day, and then they wake up tomorrow and it's, oh yo, it's the Super Bowl, right? It's because their state of consciousness that they're in makes them crave entertainment over freedom, you see? And their mind have been engineered by the very same controllers that put stuff in their food to keep them in a certain state. This is all engineered. It's not by a coincidence that people show no sense of urgency about what's going on in the world and they just go back to their old programming like nothing happened. That's what fluoride does to your pineal gland. You see, that's what entertainment does to your mind. You become a slave, literally. Remember, okay, remember, in order for somebody to be a slave, right? In order for somebody to be a slave, it's something that happens within the consciousness. Okay? Because anybody who truly love themselves and value freedom would much rather fight you to the death than to be a slave. You get what I'm saying? Anybody who truly love themselves or love their freedom, okay, it's either I get my freedom or you go fight me to the death. Like, do what you got to do. You see? But notice that person who's basically controlled by fear will just be a slave, literally. They won't do nothing to try to change their circumstances. Just okay. And most of the people in this world are cowards. Let's be honest. They never stand up for nothing at all. Whatever the system tell them to do, they do it. Just like in 2020, what did they do? They listen to the system will tell them to go sacrifice themselves. You see what I'm saying? So that's a prime example of a slave consciousness. Okay? The strong people was like, yo, okay, if I fuck the job. Remember in the 2020 when they tell people they're like, oh, if you don't take it, you can't come back to work. Some people is like, okay, fuck the job. God would work something out for me. Things will work out. I'll figure it out. See, that's a person who have more of a is like a king of their kingdom or a king of their own or a god of their own consciousness. They don't allow outside influence to control them or subdue them or make them subservient to things that's not serving their highest good or something that doesn't feel right to them. Then you have the other large amount of people that just, oh yes, whatever you say, I'll do it. So again, I'm trying to show you that slavery, it happened first in a person's consciousness. Okay? It has to happen first in the mind. Because remember, the body follows the mind. So that's why they attack people's mind first on the television, on the news, and all that kind of stuff. And most people are mentally weak. Okay? All right. So first, let us make our solution to start to cleanse, to clean the fruits and the vegetables. So we're gonna load this up. Okay. So I'm gonna put these bananas on the refrigerator. You know, for some reason, whenever you put bananas on the refrigerator, they ripe so well. Like just about any fruits, you put them on the top of the refrigerator, and they just ripe so good. Okay, so good. Hmm. Mm, okay. All right. So the ginger, make the juice first, probably. Okay, that should be enough. All right. So here's what our concoction is. So our water is ready. I think I actually should have actually picked up. I should have picked up some more vinegar. So we're gonna add in some white vinegar. Matter of fact, all of it. Matter of fact, all of it. Like you guys know how I feel about like pesticide or anything. I'm very scared of it, so I'll be using extra strength during the cleansing process to ensure that nothing really has the potential of really getting into my body to cause any complication. Yeah, we're gonna add lemon juice. Okay, all of it. Okay, yes. I also recommend that you make yours to be very strong. Okay, now we're gonna add some of the mighty baking soda. And yes, I know baking soda is alkaline. Sodium bicarbonate is alkaline. Everything else is acidic. So, because I remember a couple years ago, somebody commented. I guess they I guess they were probably like a chemistry major or something. So they come on here, they're like, but you know that it's canceling each other out. Why would you use that? Right? I'm like, be quiet. Okay? You don't have any experience. You have book knowledge. Okay? But if you notice, whenever baking soda hit the solution, it goes right? A whole reaction start going on. But you see, within that reaction, that little mini nuclear reaction is where like very powerful, okay? It cleanses and pulls stuff off, right? So while both elements are trying to like, what's the word I'm looking for? When they collide with each other, yeah, something's precious happen in that little moment, and yeah, works out very, very well. Can you guys hear it? You hear that? I love it. That's one of my favorite frequencies. All right, so we're going to drop the cilantro in. And what I like about this solution is how fast it works, like so clean, so quick. So anyway, we're going to drop the cilantro in there. We're going to drop our dinosaur kale, which we're going to be sauteing in there. Beautiful. Looking beautiful as it should. We're going to drop our scallions in there too. Let them relax. And that's why I make a whole big thing. And you know, that's why I like using the whole entire sink. Okay, because I can put everything in there. I drop my Roma tomatoes, plum tomatoes, Roma tomatoes in there as well. Okay, we can throw this out now. Okay, what else needs to go in here? Okay, burr bananas, stay like that. We're gonna drop our celery in there as well. All right. Let's see, what else needs cleaning? Oh, yeah. Bell peppers, they gotta go in there too. Everything's getting soaked off. Clean up. These are called long hot peppers, like their flavor. Throw them in the mix too. And last but not least, red apples. So I can't really hold that much more in here, so I'm gonna give a couple minutes for a few of these to be like melted off. Then I'm gonna add in the red apples because there's not that much space. All right, so we're looking good. We're looking good. Okay. And greetings to anybody who's just now coming into the space. I would appreciate if you can share this live for me. Thank you. Everything could go in. I did exactly that yesterday. Okay, God, it's great. That's great. Now, keep in mind that stuff like cucumbers, I don't really like stuff that you're gonna peel the skin, like your mango. If you're gonna peel the skin off, you don't necessarily have to go through all of that, right? So I generally, if I'm gonna peel off the skin and throw the skin away, then I just throw away the skin because the wax and all that stuff is on the skin. Okay? Yeah. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do here, we're gonna cut up the veggies. Okay. I'm gonna cut up what I need to saute the kale. And so I'm gonna work on the kale and the juice at the same time, and then we're gonna do the fry the burro bananas last. Okay, so let's get that out of the way really quick. So I'm gonna do the red peppers. I need one bunch of scallion. I'm gonna need one whole clove of garlic. The onion, and we got the tomato here already. Okay. Here's one of these bags. All the waste material. Okay. So this is what the lifestyle change is like. Okay, no more fast food, no more going out, stopping by restaurants, because the restaurants are not cooking inside, healthy pots. The restaurants are not using the healthy oils. So unless you're going to like a vegan restaurant, like a raw vegan restaurant that prioritize using healthy pots and clean spring water, I would not go. Okay, because a lot of them restaurants using tap water, they're cooking their food in tap water, and that's the thing. We don't fuck with tap water. They're full of fluoride. See, so unfortunately, I know for some people, it's kind of like it's taking away the fun out of life, right? Because I know you guys, you love to go out to eat, you love to visit different restaurants, you want to go on dates and just eat whatever. And now you can't do that no more, right? Because, yeah, so I can see where it can be like, yo, this shit is like taking away the fun of life. People want to have fun, but understanding that your way of life was never normal or natural to begin with. So you see, nothing is normal about that. It was never normal, but you've accepted it to be normal because your environment your environment kind of instilled that way of life in you. You see, so now you have to unlearn and relearn and cultivate a more natural lifestyle that supports you being healthy. Okay, so but I know it can be somewhat comes off a little bit difficult for a lot of people. Because you want to keep doing what you've been doing all your life. You enjoy all of that stuff. You enjoy going out for ice cream, right? You enjoy going by Dunkin' Donuts to go eat mad sweet treats. I know. You like having birthday cakes. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but it's a different life now. Okay? Give it up. It's a different life now. Okay, let me not get the onion in my eyes because that can definitely take a while to wear off. Okay. Next thing, um, stop wearing polyester clothing. Okay. Polyester is microplastic, and it destroys your hormones. So I know y'all want to buy the gym spandex and all that stuff, and it's just not healthy. It's not normal. Again, nature give you nothing as plastic for clothing. Okay, nature give you cotton, natural materials. Okay, linen, hemp, those come from nature. So there's a symbiotic relationship with the plant material with the human body. Why you guys out here wearing plastic for? You're living in a plastic cage. That's crazy. Walking around in a plastic cage talking about designer. And bro, I paid $1,000 for this pants as if I'm supposed to be proud of you. Like that's how brainwashed people are, right? They're buying expensive ass stuff because they're trying to get clout. They want people to praise them because what? You're wearing designer. You're literally wearing a toxic cage that's killing your hormones. Okay? And that's why people gotta be taking so much pills and stuff just to have sex and shit like that. Like, damn. I never thought that when I grew up to be like an adult that the world would have been this way. Like I was in for I mean I was in for a rude awakening. Shit. I did not expect this. Literally. I feel like my life is like a movie. Like a dystopian movie. I never thought that my adult life would have became this what I'm seeing. Damn, the onion got me. The onion got me. And I mean the garlic, because now I'm peeling garlic. So both the onion and the garlic is just doing numbers on me right now. But it's okay because what? When you have a third eye, right? You can still function. See, because you don't just got two eyes. It's one thing people don't know. You don't just got two eyes. Okay? You don't just got two eyes. But most people don't meditate. See, you don't meditate, so you don't get to access none of your other faculties. See how that work? Yeah. Don't meditate. You got all the time to be on social media, scrolling, worshiping celebrities, but you can't sit down for 20 minutes to sit with yourself and go within. So that's what happened. You see? But guess what? If you spend the time and you go within and you try to awaken your abilities and your gifts and your faculties, whichever human being have, no, I mean, everybody's unique, but nobody's more special than anybody else in a sense. Everybody's special within their own uniqueness, right? But the issue is this: you're not taking the time to cultivate yourself. So you live like a basic human on one version 1.0 instead of actually upgrading yourself. Because everybody wants the easy way out. Anything that's easy. I know meditation come off difficult because like, I gotta sit with myself for so long. Because what? It's more fun. I know it's more fun to be watching Netflix shows, right? I know. It's more fun to be at the club, right? I get it. And that's exactly why you will never grow. Nope. Growth and comfortability does not inhabit the same space. We know this. Growth and comfortability does not inhabit the same space. So, yeah. And so most people, when they live a certain way, and then when they get into the nitty gritty, now they start jumping into the savior complex, wanting somebody or some God to come and save them. God is already within you. Imagine you waiting for God to come save you when God is already within you. as your consciousness, as the I am inside of you, right? You're just not raising your energy. That's all it is. See, when you operate in low energy, right, you operate more in the frequency of the devil. But when you operate in a higher energy, higher frequency, higher conscious state, you are more in alignment with God or source in that sense. You see? And therefore you will get divine guidance. So notice when you're like in a lower state, you make decision based off emotion. But when you're in a higher state, you make decision based off intuition, based off discernment. You might not know exactly what to do, but intuitively you will know. You're like, you don't even know how you know, right? That's the higher faculties. That's what we call divine intervention, basically. You see? Because what? You're operating in a higher state. Okay? I know these are not stuff that they're going to teach you in school. Okay, these are not stuff they're going to teach you in school. So for a lot of people, you will live your whole entire life without understanding like the depth and the vastness of even your own consciousness or even the deeper mysteries of your own existence. You just live going from TV to entertainment to lustful sex and yeah, and just chasing the bag or the money, and you latch on to some fake religion at the end of it because you don't want to go to hell, so you're willing to join a religion because you want to ensure that everything's going to be okay because you don't know what's going to happen after you die. You're just trying to secure yourself and your comfort. That's really the state of human consciousness right now, and that'd be the most that you do with your existence for most people. Okay, and I'm trying to say to you to realize that there's more to you than that, but you've allowed external sources to manipulate you and for them to paint your reality for you instead of you painting your reality yourself. You forgot that you're the author of your story and you're the artist of your life, and that life is your canvas. And your thoughts and your choices are like the brushstrokes. You're supposed to create a beautiful story while you're alive, but you've allowed outside influences to paint your story for you, tell you what to believe, tell you what to think, they tell you what to eat. Yeah, outside dictators. The difference with me is I never fall for none of that bullshit. I follow my inner guide. That's what led me here. I wouldn't be here with you today if I wasn't listening to my inner guide. I find my purpose. I spend enough time within myself to get to know me on a deeper level. And then I ask myself the deeper question that most people run away from. Who am I? Where am I? And why am I here? And it responded. It didn't respond it back to me like like a question on a podcast, but it comes to me intuitively and it starts to align me with the right awareness, the right life path. It starts to align me with the right decision. And by going through various experiences, I start to come more into the awareness and realizing who I am, why I came here, and the purpose of my existence in this current lifetime. And that's exactly why I'm here with you. This is purpose for me. Okay? I'm literally growing my own soul by fulfilling the mission of my soul and what I came here to do. I could care less about everything else because at the end of the day, all that entertainment, all that stuff that y'all do for excitement, it's meaningless. At the end of your life, you did not accomplish nothing, right? You didn't build anything, you didn't create anything, you didn't help anybody. You see, you didn't fulfill your purpose. So at the end of your life, you're wasting your time if you're not living in your purpose to fulfill your soul. Your life is literally meaningless. You can make millions of dollars doing whatever you do. What can it actually do for you on a soul spiritual level? See, the millions of dollars can only buy stuff, but you can't take none of that with you. You can't. You didn't came here with nothing. You can't take nothing with you. So is it really that deep to live a life without purpose is to live a life without meaning, and I can't see myself betraying myself on that level. You see, so I aim to live every minute of my life purposeful, and being at the command of my soul and fulfilling my own soul's blueprint. I spend enough time within to figure me out, and I can see why a lot of people are lost because they never spend their time to figure themselves out. When you ask them like, who are you, they can only give you their name. They don't know themselves beyond the label of the name that their parents gave them. They don't even realize that you're not your name. In fact, your parents had multiple names that they were thinking about before they even decided on that one. So who were you before your parents gave you a name? You never thought about it, right? You never really thought that far. You see, because you're so distracted and you're so busy with whatever you're programmed to believe that is so important. Yet look at you. You're still not happy. You're still not fulfilled. You see? You still don't have inner peace. Yet you've been here for the last 20, 30 years. So let me ask you a question. If you've been here for so long and right within this moment, you're still not happy, you still don't have inner peace, you're highly stressed, you're fighting sickness or disease, right? And just trying to balance life with everything else that it comes with, like family and friends and relationship. If you've been through all of that and you recognize that, damn, I still don't feel connected to nothing, I still don't have that fulfillment, inner fulfillment, then for me to keep living this way, is it what is there that I'm going to achieve from this? You see, you should evaluate your life and realize that, oh damn, I'm not sure if this was really the way I was supposed to live. I'm not sure if this is really in alignment with my soul's blueprint. But how would I know what my soul blueprint is? How do I know what my purpose is? Listen, don't ask nobody on the outside. Don't ask no pastor. Don't ask no so-called guru. Don't ask no spiritualist. There's nobody on the outside that will know except you. You have to go within your own kingdom. Didn't the Bible say the body is the temple of God and the kingdom is within? And and to knock and it shall be open, to seek and you shall find, right? You see? So you have to go inside of the kingdom to knock on your own inner doors of your soul and ask, who am I? Where am I? Why am I here? It may not respond back to you immediately like in English because it doesn't speak English. Okay? It doesn't speak English. Your higher self doesn't speak English. So that's why it responds to you through intuition. You come into the knowing. You don't know how. You just have this feeling, have this intuitive hunch, you know? That's how it works. That is how it works. All right? Or, or you can think what I'm saying to you is bullshit, and you know, and you can just continue to get up and watch television, watch Netflix shows, come on social media, act like it's real life, and scroll on the algorithm until you get old, hold on to a fake religion, and keep eating processed food and dying slowly and die in a lower state of consciousness, and get reincarnated back as an animal because you're a lost soul. Haven't you ever think to yourself like, yo, why am I here? Like, why am I here now? You're here because you're supposed to grow and learn and expand. That's what everything is about, raising your energy and raising your consciousness. You're supposed to be growing. Okay? But you've been stagnant. You've been stagnant. The only thing you know about yourself and the world is what they taught you in school, which is brainwash, trick knowledge. The only thing you know about the universe is what NASA told you and how they went to the moon. And you believe that shit. You ate it up. You literally ate it up and believe all of it. You see? And They also gave you a religion, and now you're worshiping a man. And God was never depicted as a man throughout no civilization or none of our ancient ancestors. You know, God was seen to be more of a woman like energy because only women create. You see, the universe creates, but they switched it around and they gave you a man. Tell you that man is God and God is a man, and you believed it. You ate it up too. And some of y'all, you come on the internet and you will fight to protect your religion too. Just like Morpheus says, no difference from the people who will fight you if you're trying to set them free. They make you the villain of their story. You trying to help them, and all of a sudden you become the enemy because what you're saying goes against their conditioning and their cognitive dissonance program activates. And you see, they don't listen to understand, they listen to react and respond. And if anything you're saying go against what they've been programmed to accept as normal, yep, you are the villain of their story. So this is what it is. I I do my best by being here. So even regardless of the shadow banning and the censorship that I go through, I still show up. Notice I still show up. I know that the controllers, even the ones on social media, they're like wondering like, yo, all that we're doing and he's still not stopping. Like because it's purpose to me. See, I'm here to fulfill this mission. Okay? And that's why I focus on giving you the wisdom. Notice I don't be really trying to sell you nothing. I say go to the website if you need this. But when you go on my Instagram page, do you see any products on my Instagram page? I have over 1 million followers. You don't see one product on my Instagram page, right? Because it was never about the money for me. It's about me fulfilling the mission, share the gifts, the wisdom that I've gotten from source from God. Because sometimes people ask me, hey, yo, how do you know so much? How do you have so much wisdom? It came from source. Literally came from source. It didn't come from no reading a whole bunch of books. It didn't come from me going to Harvard and college and none of that. It come directly from source. Okay. Sometimes people even ask me questions and they be thinking that I knew the answer the whole time. And honestly, the moment you ask me the question and I try to think about it, I got the answer immediately, like an immediate download. That's not something that some people are gonna understand. That's gonna sound hocus pocus. You see, so I'm gifted with wisdom and I share it, doing my best to do my part. Okay, I already came into the world and see all the evil doings and all this kind of stuff. Right, so I'm just doing my part that I came here to do, and that's why my soul reincarnate me here. So, but what about you though? Are you gonna figure out what your purpose of being here is, or you're okay with just your daily illusion? I don't know. That's for you to figure out though. That's for you to figure out. All right. That's for you to figure out. Remember, nobody's coming to save you. You have consciousness, you have intelligence, you have observation, you have senses, you have imagination, you have insight, you have vision, you have willpower, and you have love. Use it, use it. You have so much faculties to use to shift and co-create your reality. So, to be here like a sitting duck, right? and saying you're waiting on God to come and save you when God already is within you. Everybody has what we call that divine spark or the God particle within them. You're just not tapping into yours. That's really all it is. Ain't nobody more gifted or spiritual or nothing like that over you. We're all, you know, a version of the same thing. You're just not tapping into your own unique gift. That's all it is. Because you're distracted. You're a distracted friend. You're very distracted. Oh, okay. Four. You wanna know what's funny? I actually, so the kind of cooker that I am, I'm more of the like simmering, like I don't use high temperature. And it's crazy because I only use the function of the stove between 3 and 6. I never use 7, never use 8, never use 9. I've used 2 to to make like the quinoa, low temperature. So I use 2, 3, 4, 5. Where I use 5? Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 7, 8, 9, way too hot. I don't see me cooking nothing that I need that kind of a temperature. And 1 is just like not doing much unless I'm trying to warm something up for like a long time. But I'm a low temperature kind of a cooker because I like when the seasoning gets like soaked in. Yeah, okay. I like when it gets soaked in. Are you left-handed? Um, I'm not, but I do need to train my left hand. Born again is God and not a religious belief system. Well, honestly, I'm not the one to like debate religion. Okay, I do come from a Christian family, and I grew up going to church with my grandmother a lot. Okay, so I kind of understand the Bible even in a deeper way than most people. But as I said, I respect everybody's religion. Okay, whether you're Christian, if you're a Muslim, if you're Hindu, right? Whatever your religion is, I respect your religion because that's your choice, and that's your power of free will. And so I'm not the kind to try to convince people out of their religion in any way or form. I'm just here to try to help you in any way that I can. Whatever choice you make, that's your choice, that's your own soul. And if you don't feel the natural inclination to try to reach deeper than the surface level of religion, then maybe that's just the level that you're on right now. But I feel like eventually, your connection will become more broadened or expanded. So it's a process. Yeah, so that whole thing when it comes to religion, I'm not one of them people who's going to try to condemn people. I will force you to think or try to get you to use your common sense to think about certain things, but I'm not the one to have like religious debates. I would never do that. Okay? My gifts is healing and healing wisdom through nature. So even though I tend to touch on certain subjects, I do stay in my lane in a sense. And yeah, everybody has a right to practice what they want to or to believe what they want to because God have given them their own power of free will. So, okay? Yeah. I see we're having a lot of new people here for the first time. Wholeness, and welcome to the healing space. For some of you, you're here for the first time. I'm gonna ask that you share this live for me. Okay, hit the share button. And I also would ask you to go to my profile page and hit the notification bell. so that you're notified whenever I do go live. So even though it's a lot of us that follow this page, I still experience a heavy shadow banning due to the nature of the information that we share and talk about in terms of getting healthy. So the matrix doesn't really like that, so they kind of like put a cap on the account and the reach and everything. Okay, so hit the notification bell, and also if you check my story, join my Discord. Join my Discord as well. Okay, so I'm gonna add in my turmeric. You guys already know that I'm a turmeric person. I really like turmeric. Always does. Always does. So I have two different versions of turmeric here. So I'm gonna add in some more turmeric. And what I like to do, I like to burn. I like to burn the turmeric. Let it heat up a little bit, and it's going to activate it. Once it gets activated, perfection. All right. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Lately, we've been live late night for a while though. I think for the last 4 to 5 nights we've been live late, late. All right. So we need another bag for the veggies that are cleaned. We're gonna go put those in the refrigerator for another day. Okay. How do I use tamarind? You basically just just unshell the tamarind and boil hot water and pour on it, and yeah, allow it to reach like regular temperature or warm, and then use your hand, wash your hand, and use your hand and just squeeze them around so that the tamarind, the, the meat-like consistency on the tamarind becomes a part of the water. Or you can use a big spoon and just swish it around, and then you just strain it off, and that's it. Very simple stuff. That's simple. All right. So got one tomato left, bell pepper left. We have the dinosaur kale, and we have the cilantro. Okay, so that's done, and the ginger. We're going to add in the apples now. Let the apples soak. Okay, so I can smell it now. So once I can smell the turmeric, I know that it's activated, basically. Okay, so now I'm gonna reduce my temperature. So now I'm going from medium heat to now low temperature, right? The reason why I'm going to low temperature, I'm allowing the natural juices from the vegetables to be released to start to formulate and create that gravy-like consistency, right? Perfection. And so now it's time that I'm going to be adding in the tomatoes, because the tomatoes, their water content is going to add to creating that gravy-like consistency. Yeah, yeah, man, me there said, I think we've been live this whole entire week. I don't know about next week though, but we here this whole entire week so far. We're gonna be fasting soon, so if you guys wanna join us on a fast, start preparing yourself. So I do think that this is the last meal. Oh no, I gotta okay. So I gotta make the oyster mushroom one more time, the fried oyster mushroom. Then after that, we're gonna go into fasting. So there's a time and place for everything. There's time to eat food, delicious food. Then there's time to fast and not eat. Most people just want to be eating all of life. Okay? So to be eating all of life, not giving their organs a vacation or a break from processing foods. So, you know, we're gonna be getting into that so y'all can learn as you go through the process. All right, so everything is good right now. Everything is good right now. So now I'm gonna add in my sea salt and my seasonings, and I should have some stuff. Okay. All right. So now we season up this food. Now we don't gotta do too much. Okay. We don't gotta do too much. Hey, behave yourself. Okay. Cayenne pepper. So we're gonna do cayenne pepper, of course. Use the remaining of the sea salt. It's done. Okay. Perfect. Don't ask me how I know when it's enough. It's intuitive. You just know when to stop. Okay, so we're going to go to oregano, of course, or basil, for sure. We're going to put a little bit of thyme, because we didn't put any fresh thyme in it. Jalapeno pepper, of course. Okay, what else do we need up in here? Garlic powder, black pepper. So where is the onion powder, though? Okay. Okay, it's not onion powder. This is psyllium husk. I know I'm supposed to have onion powder. What's going on? I'd have lost it. See what I've been talking about? How I've been losing stuff in here? Like, I'll be putting it into places and just be hiding it from myself because no onion powder. Oh, how they end up there? I don't know. All right, so we're gonna put a little bit of oregano, not too much, because the oregano can be overpowering. So we just want a little bit to hold the flavor, right? When's the cleanse starting? It should be starting on the 5th of April. Okay, a little bit of thyme, a little bit of basil, jalapeno pepper, garlic powder, I love it when it rains. The frequency just always made me so calm. Onion powder, cayenne pepper, black pepper. That's perfection. How to fix the eyesight? There's a herb called eyebright that you can use. Basil enzyme or antibacterial. They strengthen your immune system. Yeah. Smells so good. Smells so good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna saute. I'm gonna saute the kale. I'm gonna saute the kale with some butter beans that I have. And then after that, we're gonna basically we're gonna fry the burro bananas, and then we're also gonna make the juice. I'm trying. So, do you guys know what a Are you guys familiar with what we call like a calabash? Okay. So, in Jamaica, these are what our plates look like. Okay. Now I know you guys grow up with sophisticated plates. You know, you just go to Walmart and buy you a whole set of plates. But ours is a calabash. So these are fruits. Okay, these are some big fruits, and the fruit is also very medicinal. So for instance, whenever somebody get into like an accident, okay, we'll take the fruit and we can roast it and like squeeze the juice out of it, and the juice out of the fruit basically pull and move inflammation anywhere out of the body. Now, if you basically cut the fruit in half, you can scrape out the inside, and then naturally the shell, it dries and become very hard. And this is our plates. See that? So these are our plates that we grow up to eat with. Now, this is the best way to eat are the natural plates and to also use chopstick. Okay? So it's like, notice how we tend to become so modernized to now you got forks, right? You got forks and spoons. And see, in nature, you can just walk up to a tree, get one of this, cut two pieces of bamboo, two pieces of sticks, and you can eat your food. This is more sustainable, more natural. We gotta get back to real life, okay? Get back to real life. Basically, everything is too manufactured. Everything gotta be manufactured, manufactured. Go back to nature. So these are the original stuff to eat with, okay? All right. So this is our cilantro. Okay, this was supposed to be in the refrigerator. Apples. So we're gonna bring out the juicer for sure. The organic ginger, I'm gonna wash off the organic ginger. I'm gonna juice all of this organic ginger as well. Make it super strong. And now this is the dinosaur kale that we're gonna cook. Now, obviously, it look like it's a lot of kale. Okay, it look like it's a lot of kale, but like once it's cooked down, it's not all that crazy amount. Okay, it's kind of like spinach, how you can buy like a whole big bunch of spinach, but once you cooked it, you're like, oh, you know, where did all of it went? Okay, so let me check our celery. Make sure that our celery is clean. Now, when you're doing celery, make sure that your celery is clean. So sometimes you gotta pop them off like this, right? Sometimes you gotta pop them off like this and just like go with your hand like this to clean that, because sometimes there can be a lot of like dark stuff that sticks onto it, and you don't want to get that in your juice. Okay, so always check. Okay, this one is fairly clean though, so I don't got much to worry about with this. Let me get in the water in my eyes. Like what? I put so much stuff in that water. Like that was unexpected. Splashing the water in my own eye. Like why? All right. Okay, so this is the final process taking place. This is the ginger, organic ginger. We're gonna make it super strong with ginger. Super strong with ginger. So ginger is very good for your gut health. A lot of people complain about bloating, indigestion, stomach pain. Listen, make a strong ginger shot. Or make some green juice and add a lot of ginger to it and watch what happens. Okay? Watch what happens. Hmm. I know some people's over there like, yo, you gotta be doing all of that. Yes, yes, you gotta be doing all of that. Okay? And I know you used to go into restaurants and just go to fast food restaurants, all that kind of bullshit. But yes, you're gonna have to be doing all of this. You see? You're gonna have to be doing all of this. So that's the process. No more fast food, you're gonna have to be cooking, you're gonna have to be shopping. Sometimes you go to one supermarket, you don't find exactly what you're looking for, you gotta go to two, three just to get what you need to eat. You're in the matrix. Okay? It's not easy to remain healthy. That's why most people are sick. So it's always going to take some effort to maintain your health. Okay? So no excuse, do what you got to do or you're going to perish. It is simple as that. Like literally. Think of it like the Hunger Games kind of a thing. Either you do what you got to do to survive, right? Or you perish. Honestly, that's literally just what it is. Just facing reality for what it is. Either you do what you got to do to improve your health or you're going to perish. That's just how the system is. Okay? I came here, I came here seeing it this way. Okay? So I came here seeing it this way. So, you guys contributed to the system being this way already. I just got here. Y'all created the system. Y'all bought into it. Y'all fed into it. Y'all empowered the system to be this way. So it is what it is. At this point, you either do what you got to do to survive in terms of like it's not going to be easy for you to be healthy. You're going to put some work in to maintain your health, or you perish at the hands of the people you worship or the people you vote for or the people. Basically, that's just what it is. That's how I see it. Okay? So, it's not easy to be healthy, and that's exactly why most people are not. It's easy to order food on Grubhub, right? It's easy to go into the drive-thru and order processed shit, processed garbage. But it takes patience, consistency, to go shopping and look for the right foods, then to do the whole process of cleaning it up, then to also cook it. You don't want to go through all of that. I know. You just want to eat. And you're already so used to just going out to eat and going to restaurants that a lot of y'all, you're going to find this to be boring. And then you're going to tell yourself that, yo, not yet. Next year, I'm going to get my life together. Next year, I'm going to start eating healthy. Y'all tell me all kind of a sweet story. Like if I start going by all the sweet story y'all tell me about how soon you're going to start to do right by yourself and it never happened. You tell yourself that or you tell me that just, I don't know. But you know what they say? If a person lie to themselves, they will lie to anybody else. So I guess the first person you lie to when you tell lies, you start you do it to yourself first. That's what I've learned to understand. A liar lie to themselves first. It's just the nature of how it goes. It's just the nature of how it goes. So this is the dino kale, and everything is sauteing right now. Let me actually bump up the temperature on this. As I say, I cook at low temperature because I'm all about the flavor and the food being sensationally good. So high temperature doesn't. High temperature is for like boiling stuff. I don't like as somebody who's gifted with cooking. I just don't see where high temperature is necessary aside from boiling something or boiling something to sterilize it. But just about everything else, if you're trying to savor the flavor and it's a gentle, loving process. As we say that it's like cooking. What make you a good cook is not because you know the timing and the seasoning. It's also about like the energy you put into the food, like the love in it, the care, that excitement you have to cook something. It's different from when somebody's just cooking. When you're passionate about it and you just love to cook, like for me, like sometimes I'm not even hungry. I just want to cook. Okay, so like basically, one of my gift is like I have healing hands. So anything I touch, you ever heard the term? Anything I touch turns to gold. Okay, yeah. Energetically, anything I touch turns to gold, basically. So so once you learn about your various gifts, then you learn to hone them. You learn to hone your gifts and tap into them and improve them in that sense. Kind of like creativity. The more you use creativity, is the more creativity expands, right? Yeah, basically. Now I may ask, why am I taking these ones off? So the bottom half of the kale is more of a robust, hard stem, and then when you cook it, it tends to have like a slight bitterish, and it's just not that enjoyable. That part of the kale. Okay, so yeah. So what I'm doing, I'm just removing the leaves from the hard stem. Oh, I'm almost out of battery already. I didn't realize that we're here for so long. What time is it? 3 o'clock? 1. I didn't realize that we're here for so long, tribe. Oh, damn, I didn't even stir the food. Hold up. Literally perfect. Literally perfect. Just had a kale sandwich. Really? A kale sandwich? Can you expound? Damn, spice is hitting. Can you expound upon that? A kale sandwich? I never heard of a kale sandwich. How do you make that? Do you mean like a sandwich, but you put some kale inside, like, or you put lettuce or something? I never heard of a kale sandwich. So explain yourself. Okay. You can't just make statement like that and just like nothing just happened. Okay, you have to explain that. And I'm looking in the comment section because I gotta know about this. How do you make that shit? You showed rosemary and sage in water. Was that all? Oh, you're talking about what I was drinking last night on live? Um, yeah, rosemary and sage. It was actually tea. I put the rosemary and the sage, and I pour hot water on it, and I left it there so it could naturally steep. It boosts his memory very well. I have some remaining that I'm going to be having tonight. Okay. So see how I remove the remaining kale off of the hard stems? Okay. And now, let's cut it up smaller. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add it in immediately. Okay. So notice how it looked like it's a lot. See, it looked like it's a ton of a lot, but it's not that much. Okay, it's not that much. It just looked like it's a lot. It's gonna shrink down, and you're gonna be like, okay, where did all the kale go? I'm glad that I ended up getting the kale because I went and picked up the kale and put it back. I'm like, I don't think I want no kale because I wanted a mushroom. And then I was like, you know what, let me just get both. And I ended up getting the kale, forgot about the mushroom. So at least I have the kale to fall back on after forgetting the mushroom. Okay. So now I gotta be trying to fit everything into the pot. Pressing it down in there. Oh, behave yourself. All right, so I'm gonna leave that on low temperature. Leave that on low temperature and allow the kale to shrink down a little bit more. All right, so that's that. So now we're gonna move on to making our juice now. Okay, so none too crazy. We got cilantro, we got red apples. All right, cilantro, red apples, and we got cucumbers. And we got organic ginger. It always rains where you are. That tapping noise, yes. I actually really, really like the rain. Since I was a kid, I always fall asleep whenever it rains. there's a song, right, that used to play. Like for some reason, I used to hear this song whenever it's raining. It goes something like, and every time it rains, I fell to pieces. And every time it rains, I fell to pieces. All the memories the rain releases. Don't you cannot forget. I think that song is called every time it rains. I see dark clouds on my window. I know the storm is coming any minute. Well, thank you. This is coming out so good. So, Trev, what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna overcook the kale. So, I just kind of wanted to like, I'm just gonna get the kale to like just cook down a little bit, so it can be somewhat like semi. So I think this is it. Like literally, we got it perfectly. So you have to okay. So when you're okay, so when you're making a kale, you have to also know when to stop. Okay, this is it. Okay, I'm stopping right here. I scrub my apples with baking soda and vinegar in warm water to remove the wax and pesticide spray, as you should. As you should. Can you please tell me exactly I need to drink the green papaya juice? What do you mean? You just make the juice and drink it. Blend it in a blender with water, and then you run it through a cheesecloth and strain it, and there you go. So the green papaya just contain a lot of nutrients. Like it's really good for you. Okay, Trev, can you all see what's going on here? Okay, YouTube. Okay, I know the camera is a little bit more better on YouTube. So this is butter beans. Okay, saute in. I use turmeric. So you notice it have that little yellow vibe to it, the turmeric, and this is the dinosaur kale. So notice that I basically stop because I don't want to overcook the kale. Okay, so it's like I don't want to overcook the kale. So you see how you can still see the kale. Okay, perfection. We're gonna lose the microphone for a little bit. Literally perfect. You don't need nothing. You don't need nothing at all. It needs nothing, Trav. Okay? YouTube, I know the camera is better on YouTube, so you can see how beautiful this come out to be. Okay? Rich. So good. All right. Mm-hmm. All right, family. So here's what. This is done. Now it's time to get the juicer running. Okay? Go make the green juice. Oh. Oh. Damn. Okay. All right, Trev. So here's what. There's a rubber seal on my juicer that needs to go on. That kind of like I have to replace the rubber sealer. So I guess we're just gonna have to make the juice tomorrow. But I'm gonna still cut up everything. We're gonna go ahead and just make the fried bananas. So I'm gonna just put everything in the fridge for tomorrow and focus on the fried burro banana then. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do this tomorrow. So on tomorrow's live, we'll finish the juice. I have to get my juicer together. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. And this is a lot of food. Okay, let me see if it can hold in my other pot. I have quinoa, leftover quinoa in the other pot. Because I kind of want the bigger pot to fry the burro bananas in. Perfection. Yo, this is so good it makes no sense. Okay? It could have not been made any better. I'm gonna fry the bananas in the same pot. So we're gonna go on medium heat as per usual. Here we go again. For anybody who's just now coming in, yes, it's raining. It's beautiful. Okay, YouTube. All right, so now we're gonna peel the bananas. You guys already know how to do these. Not hard. I feel like I'm reaching up to my 4-hour limit, so I'm gonna have to close out this IG live and come live again. Okay, so for everybody who's on IG, I'm gonna end the live and I'm gonna come live again because we're maxing out 4 hours. Okay? So at 4 hours it's gonna end anyway, so join me live again so we can finish up this meal. So okay, good. I'm also gonna close out our YouTube as well. So I'm gonna be live on Instagram within the next 2 minutes. I'm gonna end this live, save it. So here's what: go to my page and click the notification bell. Otherwise, you're not going to be notified that I'm live. So go to my page, hit the notification bell, and I will see you live again in 2 minutes as we finish preparing this. All right? All right, so I'll see you again in a couple of minutes. Yeah, I am counting it for sure. Because what end up happening is if I'm live beyond the 4 hour mark and Instagram end it for you, they don't give it an option to share the video or save it or nothing. So it's like gone forever. Then people who was sleeping while we're doing the live, they can't get to watch the next day to see what they missed out on. So it becomes like we lose all the footage and all the teachings in the footage. So that's like kind of like just gone forever kind of a thing. So now I just have to be ending the live before the 4 hours and saving it and go live again to ensure that when people wake up tomorrow, they can tap back in and able to get the information that they need. All right, YouTube. So I'm gonna catch up with you guys again soon. I'm gonna be continuously live on Instagram right now. So if you wanna stay tuned, you can just go to Instagram and tap in with me. But my devices are dying. So yeah. All right, so big up on yourself. Thank you for tapping in with me. I appreciate your existence and I'll see you again soon.